We begin the bulletin with the unrelenting surge in COVID-19 cases in the country, where fast-spreading Delta variant has pushed the positivity rate to 15.6%, the highest level this month. Now, out of a sample of 8,000, 1,259 people were confirmed to have contracted the virus, pushing the number of admissions even further. And as Chemutai Goin reports, the worrying development comes on a day the country got a shot in the arm with the arrival of the first batch of AstraZeneca vaccines from the United Kingdom to ramp up the vaccination drive.
The country continues to battle the invisible enemy COVID-19, which is seemingly fighting back with a vengeance. Majority of the new cases, hospitalizations and deaths have one thing in common. They are linked to the deadly Delta variant, which spreads faster and presents severe symptoms. In the last 24 hours alone, the country recorded its highest new infections for this month of July, as 1,259 people were confirmed to have contracted the virus. The spike pushing the country's positivity rate to 15.6%. The caseload now slightly over 200,000.
It is unfortunate that Nairobi, which is our capital city, continues to record the highest number of cases of those contracting the virus. And this really is a clear indication that we need to do more as residents of Nairobi, as Nairobi County, to ensure that we are not flouting the containment measures that have been advised.
Besides Nairobi, other counties increasingly recording worrying figures include Nyeri, Kiambu, Mombasa and Nakuru. With the surge in new infections, hospitals in Nairobi stretched thin. The number of those undergoing intensive care rose to 185. At the moment, 1,469 patients are admitted in facilities across the country. Out of these, 43 are on ventilatory support, 531 on supplemental oxygen, 56 under observation, 400 recovering in the general wards, while another 45 are in the high dependency unit HDU.
This pandemic will end when we choose it to end, when we want to act in a way that we actually are no longer causing the spread.
5 people succumbed to the effects of the virus, 4 classified as late deaths. The death toll now inching closer to the 4,000 mark. Despite the gloomy news, there was a ray of sunshine as the United Kingdom honoured its pledge of donating AstraZeneca vaccines to Kenya to bolster its efforts to vaccinate its population. Out of the 817,000 doses pledged, 410,000 landed in the country earlier this afternoon. On hand to receive the vaccines was Health CAS Dr. Mercy Mwangangi and Deputy British High Commissioner Josephine Gold.
This is a bilateral donation, and we're also sending some through the COVAX system, of which we're great supporters. So we'll be sending 817,000 doses, hopefully in the next week or so. And we're looking forward to these vaccines, which are here behind me today, reaching the Kenyan population who need them.
This indeed is literally a shot in the arm.
Mwangangi now saying the country was no longer just targeting the priority groups, but all Kenyans.
We are welcoming all Kenyans to come and get their vaccination, be they first dose, be they second dose. So if you've not received your first dose of AstraZeneca, we are welcoming you to come and get your first dose.
Kenya has already ordered 13 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The first batch is expected to land next month. Mwangangi allaying fears over the possibility of getting expired vaccines as donations.
If you're bringing us vaccines and the vaccines have a little under 8 weeks to expiry, we shall not be able to receive them just because of the logistical arrangements that need to take place in deploying the vaccine.
Developed nations holding the vaccines were urged to share if the war against COVID-19 was to be won.
Safety of the world lies in sharing the full complement of the available vaccines to ensure that safety is spread equitably across the world.
With a paltry 2.4% of the population now fully vaccinated, the donation by the UK government will go a long way in reinforcing Kenya's vaccination program and aid in the war against COVID-19. Chemutai Goin, Citizen TV at the JKIA, Nairobi.